The universe is gently shifting the currents of your life in ways you have not yet fully perceived, preparing you for a moment of clarity and transformation that has been building quietly beneath the surface. Your guardian angels have stepped forward now because they can feel the opening forming around you. An opening that will allow truth, connection, and deeper understanding to enter your world in a way that feels both surprising and divinely timed. They want you to hear this message not simply with your ears, but with your heart, because the truth they are revealing touches something intimate, something profoundly human within you. They say that someone in your life, someone whose friendship has woven itself into your daily rhythms more deeply than you may realize, has been keeping something hidden from you. At first glance, the word hidden can make the heart tighten. Secrets often carry a heavy connotation, one of deception, harm, or emotional danger. But your angels want you to release that instinctive fear, because this secret is not born of darkness. It does not come from betrayal, avoidance, or resentment. It is, in fact, the opposite. What this person has kept tucked away is something bright, tender, and wrapped in sincerity. This individual has held back the true depth of their admiration for you. Not because they wish to mislead you, nor because they are unsure of their feelings toward you, nor because they harbor anything negative. They admire you deeply, profoundly, and with a warmth that they themselves did not expect to experience in their lifetime. The value they place on your presence, your character, and your connection is far greater than you have realized. And the reason they have kept this hidden is surprisingly pure. They wanted to reveal it in a way that would honor the importance you hold in their life. Your guardian angels want you to understand something essential. There is absolutely no expectation for you to change anything about your current relationship with this person. They do not wish to alter the dynamic in a way that would pressure you, overwhelm you, or create tension. They are not seeking romantic transformation or emotional confusion. Their love for you has always been purely platonic, rooted in respect and affection that is untainted by ulterior motives. They value what already exists between you, this connection that feels natural, supportive, and effortless. They want only to strengthen it, not shift its foundation. This person's secret was never a burden they intended you to carry. It was something they held with the kind of care one might give a delicate treasure. They wanted to express it in a way that would surprise you, uplift you, and show you just how much your presence has meant to them. If you have ever worried that this hidden truth might involve unspoken feelings that go beyond friendship, if you imagine the discomfort of having to turn someone down or the fear of losing them because of misaligned intentions, your angels want you to release that fear. This is not that kind of revelation. Their bond with you as a friend is sacred to them. They would not trade it for anything. So why the secrecy? Why the careful holding of these emotions? Your angels say it is because this friendship, the connection they share with you, has been unlike anything they have experienced before. It overwhelmed them at first, not in a painful way but in a way that shook something inside them awake. For so long, this individual felt disconnected from others, drifting through their relationships with a quiet loneliness even when surrounded by people who cared. They interacted, laughed, shared moments, but nothing felt like home. Nothing felt like a place where their soul could rest. They prayed, consciously or not, for a deeper bond. They longed for a friend with whom they could share their whole self, where their heart, their quirks, their insecurities, and their hopes could be held without judgment. They wanted someone who would see them clearly and still choose to stay. And then you entered their life. To them you arrived like a quiet miracle. A beacon of light that didn't demand attention but naturally illuminated the parts of their world that had grown dim. With you they found ease, an ease they had not known before. Your presence brought them comfort. Your authenticity encouraged them to breathe more deeply, to relax into themselves, to feel safe enough to exist without wearing emotional armor. You didn't just offer friendship. You offered belonging. In your presence, they rediscovered themselves. They learned that their emotions were not too much. Their thoughts were not too strange. Their dreams were not too unrealistic. You allowed them to be fully human. Because of you, they began to embrace parts of themselves they once tried to hide. What they used to see as their weird side became something they could laugh about, share, even celebrate. You made it acceptable for them to simply be. This freedom, the freedom to be themselves, was new. Unconditional platonic love was new. And when something new enters a heart that has been lonely for a long time, the instinctive reaction is often fear. Fear that it is too good. Fear that it will disappear. Fear that they will somehow ruin it. That's why their first response was to protect the feeling by keeping it close. They did not know how to articulate the depth of their gratitude and affection without overwhelming you or exposing themselves to vulnerability they weren't ready for. Yet no matter how much they tried to stay composed, something always pulled them back to you. The connection grew roots. Slowly, it became as vital to them as air. Something they did not want to lose under any circumstances. Eventually, the fear that once held them captive began to dissolve, replaced by a deep appreciation for the bond you shared. What once frightened them became their safe haven. What once overwhelmed them became their source of steadiness. You transformed them without even trying. You set their spirit free from the emotional cage they had lived in for so long. Through your companionship, they rediscovered confidence, hope, and the reassurance that some people truly do care without conditions. They realized that loyalty still exists, that kindness is real, and that genuine connection is not a fantasy. They want to repay you, not because they feel obligated, but because their heart longs to. They want to stand by you the way you have unknowingly stood by them. They want to be your safe space, your breath of fresh air, your unwavering support. They want you to feel seen, valued, and uplifted in the way you have made them feel. This is why they have been planning something special for you. A surprise that reflects not only their gratitude but the transformational role you have played in their life. They want to honor the beauty you have brought into their world. They want their appreciation to reach you in a way that feels meaningful and memorable. What they do not yet realize is that their experience may mirror parts of your own journey. True friendship, real soul-level companionship, is something that all people long for. No matter the stage of life, no matter the circumstances, every human heart aches for acceptance, understanding, and emotional safety. It is why joy feels heavier when shared and why sorrow feels lighter when held by another. Happiness thrives in connection and loneliness grows where connection is missing. As this person prepares their surprise, your angels encourage you to gently reflect on the value this friendship holds for you as well. You do not need extravagant gestures or dramatic declarations. The simplest expressions, the shared laughter, the kind words, the small moments of presence, can speak with enormous power. If your heart feels called to it, allow them to see that their appreciation is mutual. Let them know in subtle ways that you value what you share just as deeply as they do. Look for the little openings in conversation, the quiet opportunities to affirm the bond between you. Sometimes the most meaningful displays of love are those offered in passing, softly and without ceremony. And when their surprise finally comes, do not discourage it. Even if you are already giving your love freely, understand that creating something special for someone you care about can be a joyful act. A gift for both the giver and the receiver. They have waited a long time to express this part of their heart. Let them. Let their gratitude reach you. Allow the beauty they have been preparing to unfold. In closing, your guardian angels want to offer you a prayer. A blessing for your heart and for this friendship that has begun to blossom in such a meaningful way. Lord, may the revelation of this hidden admiration fill their spirit with peace and gratitude. May they recognize the profound healing impact they have had on another soul. Grant them the wisdom to receive this appreciation with openness and the strength to reciprocate the love and support they have been given. Let this friendship continue to flourish, rooted in understanding, acceptance, grace, and heartfelt companionship. Let these words settle into you. Let them restore your spirit and remind you that the universe holds you with gentle, unwavering care. You were led to this message for a reason. Claim its blessings, embrace its truth, and trust that the transformation it speaks of is already beginning to unfold.